Okay, so we're gonna start off with we're in a very iconic, monumental part of LA when it comes to the history of the streets. For the West, this is pretty much where it all began. When did you learn I'm from a really iconic part of the city?
Man, damn, I ain't never been asked that question, so I really gotta think like when did it really like hit home for me that the section that I live in and from and frequent that is iconic.
Because this is not anything that's on your mind when you're in elementary school.
Nah, it probably I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so it probably I'm gonna say for me the first time it probably hit my mind is when when I went to juvenile hall and I picked up Monster Kody book, you know what I'm saying? A LA biography of a LA autobiography of a LA gang member. That's probably when it first hit me. So being in juvenile hall, a young teen, you know what I'm saying, reading that book and I understood because like I said, like history and like reading was like my strong suit as far as subjects in school. So like reading that book for the first time, you know what I'm saying, that gave me the perspective of like, the dominance, of the area, you know what I'm saying, of the perspective and how profound it is. And then that's what made me start like go digging more. And then like I was living over here when the 92 riots happened, but back then, I was like a kid. I was like probably like 4 or 5 years old. So at that age, like I didn't understand the gist of, what I'm saying, like where I was at, and the attachment and the stigma, and how historical this area was.
Yeah, because it's like I always say that Crippin started on the east side, but the west side put it on the map because of the Robert Ballou Palladium 1972 incident. Put it on the front page of the newspaper, and that was all West Side cats that Donald Archie was running with. So that's the first thing. Then of course you got the '92 riots. Then you got Monster Kody's book, and then you got I don't know what's a good way to word it, but during the war, what Joker did on the corner of Florence and Normandy, that was like a big blow to the opposition. So
Yeah,
all these major things is just happening like right within this small circumference. And
man.
when you're a little kid, you probably don't know, but then one day you wake up and be like, I'm from that. I'm from there, right? Now, when you're from there and you're in juvenile hall, wherever you at, you have to reach a certain standard of representation with whoever you're around. And I'm assuming the outsiders try to challenge. Oh, you from over there? Or what you about?
So yeah, nay. So like of course like regardless of who you is, you got like mind people like you, likewise people like you. So you gonna run into people who's cowards, you gonna run into people, that's tough, that's hard body. So like of course, I ran into dudes who tried to challenge me and I met every challenge head on and meeting them challenges head on and gaining a reputation. I've also walked in a lot of rooms where dudes like already respected everything that came along with the person I was because like I've been battle tested and like I was overcoming like and winning all those battles. So like, it had been like a lot of places I've been into where dudes didn't want to test it, you know what I'm saying? But like yeah, just being from this area, like I just like being from this area, like if you born and raised over here, like every hood in LA like got their own like swag. So it's just like you could pretty much tell who's from where. And it's just like I know we got like a different swag from like every other like Crips set out the city. So it's just like you pretty much like if you've been around you can tell a homegrown A-Tray gangster probably versus somebody who like, you know what I'm saying, flew here, you know what I'm saying, versus somebody that grew here.
Hey, in recent years, do you have a lot of more IE and Antelope Valley dudes whose maybe parents grew up here or had family that grew up here, but they didn't, but they try to come back and tap in and want to get accepted?
So yeah, it be like that. And some of them parents ain't even grew here. So like the dynamics of game banging it, this just not the A-Tray gangsters. It's like the dynamics of everywhere. I think I could speak for every hood in Los Angeles, Compton, wherever. Like because a lot of these dudes, like however this and took place and this dynamic have came about, that's the transition gang banging have become accustomed to. Dudes from different areas banging these hoods, you feel me? Like, so it might be a dude, like you said, from the Antelope Valley, a dude from the Apple Valley, a dude from the IE, it might be a Lancaster, a Palmdale, Merino Valley. None of these dudes grew up over here, didn't go to no schools over here, but they banging this community and area because this is what they took a liking to, or they might have met somebody from this area that live out there where they from or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that just be the dynamics of what's going on. And some of them do have family members that might be from over here and brought them up over here, but they still bring the ways and the swag from where they grew up at over here to this community.